I really believe that those other people running in the Republican race should stand up, speak out in support of President Trump, talk about how this is an injustice unlike we've ever seen with our Department of Justice going after an innocent man. And frankly, they should suspend their campaigns and step behind and support President Trump and the American people so we can save this great country.
Yep, I think even some liberals might even agree with you.
What? I mean, I'm not technically a liberal, but like, I don't think they're gonna give a damn, let alone agree. But what you saw from Kari Lake that's the most amazing wishful thinking ever. They should speak out in support of him. Okay, that's going a little bit far. They should stop running against him. What the hell are you talking about? I mean, look, what she's doing, of course, is she's trying to take this opportunity to be like, I'm gonna make Donald Trump love me more than anyone's loved anyone, because I'm saying the craziest stuff for him. But there is competition in that. And so we're gonna play the competition for you. Then Francesca, I want your opinion. Who's weathering this storm better? So who is going to challenge Kari Lake? Who do you think?
It's important that we put our full faith and hope in God and not anything that we see in the headlines and not anything that we see happening in the news. Our real hope needs to be in God, and Jesus Christ is my Savior, and I know He's yours as well. And God has plans much bigger than this.
I love that, because obviously this is her philosophy, the philosophy she's lived her entire life. Don't pay attention to what's in the news. Don't pay attention to the allegations. Don't know what's going on. I'll get by, I guess. I don't know. And so I do agree with her, though, that as a legal strategy, Donald Trump is kind of down to just praying to God. So that's convenient. What do you think?
I thought that was an interesting God tack from Marge, right? Like usually it is just about defending Trump and everyone's a liar and demon rats are doing this with the MSDNC or whatever. And this was like, oh, okay, we're hearkening on the evangelical note here, which I think is, and I hate to say this, the last bastion of a lot of the right wing is just like, well, God has a plan. And if He wants us to have a criminal president who's been indicted, many, many, many times and who's sexually assaulted many, many people, well, that is the plan. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like that is what they run to when they've lost on every front that's based in reality and, here on earth. In the physical world, they're like, well, let's get ethereal with it and let's talk about Jesus.
And look, I get why it'll probably help them, but just for those of us who care about reality, telling your base don't pay attention to what's happening in the news is it's usually not a sign of strength. It's how I would put it.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.